Now that we are done with Docker Compose YAML file and its execution, let's switch to Docker Compose command line. Our first command in the series of Docker Compose commands is Docker Compose config. This command is used to view the Compose YAML file on the terminal screen. As you can see, it provides all of the information about both the services and volumes which we had mentioned in the previous YAML file. We can also extract specific information from the YAML file like services. The next command is Docker Compose images. This command is used to list out all the images used to create containers for services in Compose files. As you can see, both the images are available here, which were used in the previous services of Docker Compose YAML file. Our next command is Docker Compose logs. As you might have guessed, this command is used to fetch the log output from the service. Since we have a lot of logs, let's narrow them down a bit using Docker Compose logs --tail equals 10. The tail flag allows the last 10 logs of both the services to be printed on the stdout or terminal. As you can see, we have last 10 logs of both the services or containers, MySQL and WordPress. Just like Docker PS, we have Docker Compose PS, where we can see both the containers running along with other information such as state, which is up, port mapping information, and entry point commands. Our next command is Docker Compose top, which is used to display all the running processes inside all of the containers, which means that in both the containers MySQL database and WordPress front end, these are the processes which are running. Each processes have their individual process ID and parent process ID. The structure of process and parent-child relationship depends on the base image used in the creation of these images. And finally, we have Docker Compose down. You can consider it as a cleanup command or a contrary command to Docker Compose up. When we hit enter, it stops both of the services, removes the containers, and removes additional resources like networks. In next module, we will have a look at probably the most exhaustive feature of Docker, which is Docker Swarm.